Okay, Marriott Hotel. This is Asara Setepara Ma'at. I'm coming at you. I just found this. This is Merri Crazy. Speaks on ancient Kemetic goddesses in Kemet, Egypt. Alright, the reason why I picked this is because I just got through doing a little something on a piece from Sarnetta where he asking the women walking past in New York if they thought that, you know, American policies and the racism and everything that we've all been submerged under, is it threatening to the black race, the black man in general? He asked about 14 women. Out of all those 14 black women he asked, there was 13 of them that said no. And one said, yeah. Then he asked the white guy. After he asked all those women, he asked just one white guy. If he asked the white guy if he thought the American policies against the black man was detrimental to the black man, and the white man said yes. So out of all those women, the person that you get, out of 14 black women, there was only one who gave a correct answer. The other 13 lied, and they all had phony ass hair, except maybe 2. But what I'm saying is, out of those 14 people, 2 people said no. 2 people was honest and said yes. One of them was a white man, and the other one was a female melanated. 2 melanated females said yes, that racism had devastated our existence in this country, and one white guy said yes. And the other, I guess 12 or 13 black women who was questioned, all seem to think that it's in the head of us melanated people that there's racism in this country that's killing us. Well, I'm not going to the graveyard to ask all those dead people in there that's being hanged, burned, and all the other shit of atrocious activities that the Europeans have done to us. I would never leave it. It'd be so many people to talk to in there that I would never be able to leave, so I'm not even going. But I'm going to see what Merri Crazy have to say about goddesses of the Nile Valley. And I want to find out if, when we get a description of these goddesses, if they would go along with a society like the society we live in today and say that the white man should not be held accountable for all his crimes against humanity, mainly the melanated people, because we were all melanated people until they sent us through their ma'afa and skin grafted all of our asses and lightened us all up so we could all be the same misguided, misled, loss of knowledge of self people that they are.
Of God on earth, and the African woman looked at herself as the personification of goddess on earth.
And she should.
And in fact, when we see the creator deity known as Ptah, Ptah is standing on a rectangular form. This rectangular form is a plinth. It was known as Ma'at. And this was a sturdy base for which the deities and the kings used to set their throne on.
Ptah is the universal creator that comes in a representation of the thing that they give now at the Oscars as the Oscars. That's him. This is Ptah. That which encompasses all, the overall energy source of all deities on the planet comes from those 3 spiritual connections of Amun-Ra Ptah.
Ma'at was the primary quality of the firm foundation. So in essence,
Ma'at would be your creed. Ma'at would be your way of living. Ma'at would be your mission statement. Ma'at would be that which encompasses all about your characteristics of being divine. Ma'at was to stand on the square and be godly. That means that you could not enslave people. Let me tell you something. This stuff that we're going through on the earth at the introduction of these European males and what they're doing to us has got us all screwed up. It has nothing to do with divine energy of God or anything like that. If it did, you would see more women involved with this. The reason why they eradicated the woman is because the eradication of the woman is the eradication of the supreme God essence known as the goddess.
The whole Kemetic society was based on an African woman known as Ma'at. And she was shown with her wings widespread and the ostrich feather on her head.
Right. And sometimes
she was the symbol of cosmic harmony, and she gave balance and order to all things. And she represented the unwavering path of the order of the world.
Now, see, if that lady was responsible for all that, and now only thing they doing is walking around wanting to put a fake wig on and walk the white man baby and find no fault with him, you know why we so screwed up as a people.
This was exemplified by the stiffness of the ostrich feather on her head. It was affected by, but unaltered by, the winds of change.
Now, let me tell you why they had an ostrich feather in their hair. The ostrich bird is the bird that can turn his head around 360 degrees. I mean, a complete 360. Most birds can turn their head 180 degrees so they can see behind them. The ostrich could turn his head a complete 360 degrees. That's the reason why all the Kemetic people used to wear the ostrich feather in their head when they were aware. Once you had reached your state of being aware, your red center had been stimulated, your pineal gland is open, that feather was a representation of seeing and knowing all. That's why they wore the ostrich feather in their hair.
So brothers and sisters, when we were in Abdu yesterday at the temple of Seti I, we see Seti I offering Ma'at to Amun-Ra. And this is in order to ensure equilibrium would prevail in Kemet.
Now Amun-Ra Ptah is who my father is. I keep telling you guys that. Amun-Ra Ptah is a combination of spiritual energies that manifested into one and made the god Hassar. Always offering Ma'at to the world. Always trying to bring truth, justice, and balance. That's why I'm here.
Offering Ma'at to Amun-Ra.
To ensure equilibrium.
In order to ensure equilibrium.
That's my job.
In Kemet.
That's why I'm here, to tell you that the problem on this earth is that this white man has destroyed the minds of the black women on this planet who are the original true goddesses. All this stuff right here goes back through history, how we revered our woman and had everything right on our existence manifested in her knowledge of self. The fact now that all y'all want to do is walk around and wear these European wigs is the reason why we can't pick ourselves up.
And Ma'at represented truth, justice, and righteousness. In fact,
it's nothing truthful about sitting your ass around here trying to say that the white man is not wicked and messing everybody's lives up. There's no truth in that. You would sell out your ability to save the world and resurrect everybody in your nationality because your one little single ass self want to get stimulated by that evil ass man, do his drugs, eat his poison food, wear his clothes, and indulge in all his carnal pleasures. And you'll walk your ass with that damn iPod in your ear right past Sarnetter every day, knowing what he's standing out there on the corner doing. Never give him a dollar, never do anything to try to push your race going, and then team up with all those white people at your work and say what worthless, no good niggas everybody else is with your sellout butts. It's a damn shame. I know how they get down. If I wanted to be a sellout to my race and go join forces with those white people, you see what a good job I did by attacking their phony ass religion. Do you know how much money they would have paid my ass to shut the hell up and be a Bishop Blake? That's why my ass is poor, because I'm so damn aware of my circumstances around me and not afraid to point out what I've learned to other people. I'm not going to be around here stifling myself so I can have materialism and then be the pissed off my creator. That's what all you women are doing. You can see us as the great people we were before they came and destroyed us. And now you want all this to stay pushed under the rug so your ass can walk the white man baby in a stroller with your go nowhere ass job. It's only giving you enough money to stay and paying the all right back to him. Work all that hard ass work just to get money and give it right back to his ass to pay for your way. All the expenses gone to some inflated ass prices and shit that his ass done implemented to keep us all slaves. When we come from this woman right here that had all the knowledge in the universe to make sure that this don't happen to us. And then that white man started tampering with the brains of our black women and used her to help his ass enslave us. And that's the truth, because on the plantation, he had more in the help from the women than he ever had from the men. She's sitting up on the plantation working in the house, giving him head. Everything that the white woman didn't have to do because he was busy getting it from the black woman. So what did the white woman do? She either turned to another woman who was deprived by her man because he's in the back, with the black women or either the black men. So what did they do? They started lesbianing with each other and then spread that shit to the black women. And now our whole world is screwed up by ours being involved with their asses.
Gives the best representation of the significance of African women in ancient Kemet. Without the African women, social stability would be forgotten.
Just like what happened here.
But not only was the African woman looked at as the foundation for Kemetic society, the African man looked at the African woman as the heavens. And she was embodied in the figure of Nut,
That's Nut right there. Okay? That's the goddess Nut. That's the heavens. She and Nut is the heavens and Geb is the earth. Nut and Geb is the mother. Wait a minute. I better not say that. I think they're the mother of Asar and Aset. Nut and Geb. But as you can see, all these gods and goddesses are encapsulated in this goddess Nut. And you can see all the stars and everything that come. You can even see right there, all the universal stars and everything, the cosmic people that we are. We've always been about this. Always. And our woman has always been that which encapsulated all. You can see as the sun comes above the equator, she swallows it as it makes its pass around the earth. Then at nighttime, she bursts it back out, comes back out of her vagina, and goes back down under. She births life to the underworld. And then when the underworld life is ending, she consumes life and brings it back to the overworld. That's how that goes.
See on many of the ceilings of the temples. Nut was said to give birth to the sun, Ra, every day, and then swallow him at night.
That's right, honey.
So out of the union of heaven...
And look, there it goes right there. There goes Geb, which is the earth. Here goes Shu. She went out of her way to go and find the black bodies because I bet you she had to really look for that stuff to find it. And then there you go Shu, right there in the heavens, showing you the female blackness of the heavens. It's known to have stars all through the body that ain't there now. But this is the greatness of the woman. This is the god Khnum right here. This is the god Khnum fashioning everything. They paying homage to the rise of the sun and pushing up Shu. And Geb, Shu right here in the middle, is pushing Nut away from Geb. They was in a constant embrace with each other. So there was no space in the middle. Though they quarreled and fought all the time, they were so in love with each other that they were inseparable. So the universe sent the god Shu, which is earth, to create space in the middle of Nut and Geb, so that there could be interactions so life can occur. And the minute that Shu, which is the wind, came and separated the two, all manifestations began because the god Khnum came into effect and fashioned man in the images of the god. So when the gods say, let us make man in our image, you was talking to the elements. They were the elements that are gods. And we gave them all personification. This one, Shu being the earth. This one Geb being the earth. This one Shu being the air. This one Nut being the sky. And this Khnum, both of them, the God that fashioned all mankind and womankind, all human, was fashioned by the God Khnum who sit at the potter's wheel. That's what all that pictorial right there is telling you.
And earth, Nut and Geb, came Asar and Aset.
That's right.
Because our ancestors...
Now, Nut and Geb gave birth to Asar and Aset. This is so old, way before Jesus. Way before Jesus. You can see Aset standing there with the throne on her head to show you who is the true bringer and bearer of the God. It will always be the woman. Now, if the black woman is walking her ass around here, she done got so stuck on fancying the white God, she could never ever push out a black God to resurrect our race. Because she's too busy fathoming the white man should be the person sitting up on this throne when it should be the black man Asar. They can only pass through a black woman's womb. And now her head all tampered with because the white man have these books and he know this information.